Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cooks Stuff. So recently you might have noticed I've been making a lot of spicy dishes, a lot of meat dishes, sometimes spicy meat dishes. So this week I figured I would change it up, take a page out of my mother's cookbook, and try a potato dish. More specifically, a fried potato dish, which is something I've never made before, so it'll give me an opportunity to expand my own repertoire. Anyway, let's take a look at the ingredients and see what we're working with. Here we have this week's ingredients. Of course, we start out with some potatoes. I'm not going to use all of these. We've got some sea salt and some mixed pepper. That's right, black, white, and red. Some Jack Link's bacon jerky that I brought back from the States. A leek, but I'm only going to use some of the green part in this area. And a little bit of shredded cheese I have left over from a previous cooking video. All right, let's start with the potatoes since that's the main ingredient. So for this dish, I'm going to use 4 of these potatoes. I usually peel them, but I've been told by my cooking mentor that this time I should leave the skins on, just wash them thoroughly and cut them up like that. So that's what we're going to try this time. That's all 4 potatoes chopped up. Let's see to the leek now. It was recommended that I remove the outer green part of the leek and get rid of it because it's just not going to do very well for what I'm cooking tonight, but that the inner part and the lighter green part will be perfect. So we're just going to chop that part up. That's all I'm going to be using from that leek. Just a little bit of green, but I think that'll be enough. All right, let's get these potatoes fried. I got to melt a little butter in this pan, and then we'll go ahead and dump them in. I put in all the potatoes, added some salt, and some of that 3-color pepper. I'm going to go ahead and fry them for a little while, and I can already smell the pepper. I've been frying these for a little while, and I didn't really want to overcook them, so I had it on a lower setting, but they weren't cooking very quickly, so I added a little bit more butter and turned the temperature up a little bit more. I think this is coming along nicely. It smells pretty good so far. So let's go ahead and dump in our leek. There we go. So I was told to let this sit on top of the potatoes for a little bit and then to stir it in. There's not much there because I don't want to overdo it, but it's a little bit of color and a little bit of flavor. I really think that these are about ready. So I'm going to turn the heat way down because I got one more thing I got to do before we take them off. So this is a small amount of bacon that I have pulled away from that bacon jerky. It's fine to eat as it is, but I think just a few seconds in the microwave will make it taste even better on top of the potatoes. Let's get these potatoes in a bowl. There we go. Let's add the bacon. As nice as that looks on top, I think I am going to go ahead and stir it in. That's done, and the last thing we're going to add is a little bit of this shredded cheese. And there we go, a little bit of shredded cheese. Didn't want to overdo it, just enough to taste. Let's go ahead and try it out. All right, moment of truth. I have here a dish consisting of potatoes fried in butter with some sea salt and 3-color pepper, a little bit of the green part of a leek, and a little bit of some American bacon jerky with some shredded cheese on top. It smells really good, and honestly, I have never made fried potatoes before. My mother used to make fried potatoes all the time when I lived in the States, and they were always really good, so I consulted her on these to make sure they would be good. Check that out. It looks delicious, but let's see how it tastes. Those are good. They're fried potatoes. My God, these are really, really good. I mean, I can taste the bacon on these, and of course, the cheese is nice. I'm not tasting a lot of the leek. I think maybe I probably could have added a little bit more, but I really only had a little bit to work with off the one leek that I bought. But yeah, I think I'm going to need another bite of this for sure. Here we go. So yeah, these were very good, and you can make these with pretty much the same basic ingredients. You can use any kind of potatoes. If you'd rather use, say, baby reds or some sort of golden potato, that's fine. If you don't have access to American bacon, which is hard to find here in Japan, you could use bacon bits or something like that. That would be fine. Or if you don't want any meat, leave them out. If you don't have access to a leek or you'd rather use something a little bit lighter, green onion would be fine. And as for the cheese, I mean, I like a little cheese on things, but it's optional. Or you could use a different kind of cheese, cheddar, whatever. So this right here, I can call this a success. It wasn't very hard to make. We got a little instruction from my mom just because she's made them 100 times and I figured that was the best person to ask. But now that I've made them, yeah, I can make these again anytime. And I've got plenty left. I think I'm going to go ahead and finish this entire bowl off. This is too good to put back in the fridge. But as always, appreciate you guys stopping in. I will see you in the next video.